Welcome, dear friends, to a story of passion, resilience, and extraordinary talent. This is the story of Sienna and Penelope Lemieux, two remarkable individuals who turned their dreams into reality, inspiring millions along the way. From humble beginnings to dazzling heights, their journey is a testament to the power of dedication, creativity, and unwavering belief in oneself. Whether you're here for inspiration, entertainment, or simply to learn how two artists carve their own path, you're in for a treat. Sienna, with her magnetic presence and boundless creativity, and Penelope Lemieux, with her fearless artistry and relentless drive, have redefined what it means to be modern-day creators. Their stories are filled with triumphs, struggles, and moments of pure magic. So sit back, relax, and let's dive into the incredible world of Sienna and Penelope, where dreams are not just imagined but lived every single day. Sienna's journey began in a small town where creativity was her escape. From a young age, she immersed herself in art, fashion, and storytelling, always dreaming of something bigger. She started sharing her work online, slowly building a following that admired her unique vision. Every post, every creation was a step towards something greater. Penelope Lemieux, on the other hand, was a force of nature from the start. Bold, unapologetic, and fiercely talented, she refused to conform to expectations. Her early days were filled with experimentation, music, visual arts, digital content. She did it all, refusing to be boxed into one label. Their paths crossed in the most unexpected way, through a collaboration that instantly clicked. The chemistry was undeniable, and together, they became an unstoppable duo. What started as a creative partnership soon evolved into a movement, inspiring others to embrace their true selves. Through setbacks and doubts, they kept pushing forward. Late nights, endless brainstorming sessions, relentless and hustle to find their rise. They didn't wait for opportunities, they created them. And with every milestone, their bond grew stronger. Success never comes easy, and for Sienna and Penelope, the road was far from smooth. Early on, they faced skepticism, people who didn't understand their vision or dismissed their work as just a phase. Financial struggles were real, with moments where giving up seemed like the only option. Creative burnout hit hard. There were days when inspiration felt out of reach, and the pressure to constantly produce took its toll. They questioned themselves, wondering if they were on the right path. But instead of quitting, they adapted. They learned to balance creativity with self-care, understanding that rest was just as important as hustle. Then came the critics, those who misunderstood their art or tried to box them into labels. But Sienna and Penelope refused to be confined. They turned negativity into fuel, using it to refine their craft and prove their doubters wrong. Through every challenge, their friendship remained their anchor. They lifted each other up, reminding one another why they started in the first place. The struggles only made their success sweeter. In a world full of creators, Sienna and Penelope stand out because they refused to follow trends. They set them. Sienna's ability to blend raw emotion with stunning visuals creates an immersive experience for her audience. Every piece of her work tells a story, pulling people into her world. Penelope's fearlessness is her superpower. She doesn't just create, she disrupts. Whether through music, fashion, or digital art, she challenges norms and encourages others to do the same. Together, they are a powerhouse, balancing each other's strengths and creating magic in the process. Their authenticity is their biggest asset. In an age of curated perfection, they remain refreshingly real. They share their highs and lows, making their audience feel like part of the journey. That connection is what keeps people coming back. The future is limitless for Sienna and Penelope. With their growing influence, they're expanding into new ventures, launching their own brands, collaborating with major artists, and even exploring film and television. They've talked about starting a creative collective, a space for emerging artists to thrive. Mentorship is a passion, and they want to give others the guidance they once needed. World tours, larger-than-life projects, and even philanthropic efforts are on the horizon. They're not just building careers, they're building legacies. Anise, Sienna, and Penelope Lemieux are more than just creators. They're symbols of what happens when talent meets relentless determination. Their journey reminds us that success isn't about luck. It's about showing up, even when it's hard. They've built empires from their passions, proving that with the right mindset, anything is possible. And the best part? They're just getting started. So to anyone dreaming big, take a page from their book. Create fearlessly, stay true to yourself, and never let the world dim your light. The future belongs to those who dare to chase it. Anise and Penelope have diversified their income streams smartly. Content creation sponsored posts, brand deals, and ad revenue from platforms like YouTube and TikTok. Merchandise, their own clothing lines, art prints, and limited edition drops. Music and art sales, Penelope's music streams, Anise's digital art commissions, and NFT sales. Live events, paid appearances, workshops, and exclusive meetups. Subscription models, Patreon, exclusive content memberships, and premium fan experiences. Collaborations, high-profile partnerships with fashion brands, tech companies, and entertainment projects. By staying innovative and always engaging their audience, they've turned their passions into a thriving business. Anise and Penelope's story is far from over. With every step, they redefine what's possible. And if there's one thing to take away, it's this: dream big, work harder, and never stop creating. The world is waiting for what you have to offer. Self-taught, multidisciplinary artist, ***. Anise never went to art school. She mastered painting, digital art, and photography through sheer experimentation and online tutorials. Synesthesia influences her work. She sees colors when she hears music, which is why her art has such a vibrant, rhythmic quality. Started with just a phone camera, her early photo shoots were done with a budget smartphone, proving creativity matters more than expensive gear. Secretly a poet, she writes unpublished poetry that inspires many of her visual projects. Obsessed with vintage sci-fi, her futuristic aesthetic is heavily influenced by 1980s cyberpunk and retrofuturism. Classically trained in opera, before diving into experimental music, she spent years training in opera singing. Speaks 4 languages fluently: French, English, Spanish, and Japanese, which she incorporates in her lyrics. Former competitive figure skater, a serious injury ended her athletic career, pushing her toward music and art. DIY fashion designer, she alters and designs most of her own stage outfits, often upcycling thrift store finds. Collects odd instruments, her home studio features rare instruments like a theremin, a hang drum, and a modified kalimba. Met in a random online art challenge, they were paired as competitors, but ended up collaborating instead. Silent work, ritual when creating together. They often work in complete silence, communicating only through gestures and expressions. A feature-length animated film combining their art and music, currently in early development. During a cross-country road trip, they turned their van into a mobile studio, creating content on the go. Thank you for joining us on this incredible journey. Here's to the dreamers, the doers, and the unstoppable forces like Anise, Sienna, and Penelope Lemieux.